yards. It's the Bengals and the Raiders on Monday Night Prime Time.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And this one is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Bengals at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mixon with a first down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps in early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. People came to play Memphis and win this game opposite. The defenses are stealing the show.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Delayed game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanket in the passing lanes.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
I'm on, ready?
Now Burrow on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll leave the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in the spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched him move for move and knocked it away.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played.
And how about this, a fake? And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a first down. And a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
First down, here's Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get...
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On one, ready?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. The killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marginal yardage against them.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his output.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. All that remains is to snap this once, and that will do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime here. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he's going to have the hook up here to Chase. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 3rd down, Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mixon. To the 27-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the penalty there winds up on the offense, so obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? that he's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on out, because one of the best ways to slow down production is to go to zone and double, triple team, put a number of people in the area that you expect them to run into. But man-to-man, every receiver believes he's going to win that battle. And you know what they all do? They all keep kind of a book, you know, on what the defenders do, what their moves are, their best things. And he wants to be able to refer to that book and beat one guy at a time.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He hits Adams, complete. Touchdown. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands, because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw.
Open man downfield is Chase.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Now Burrow on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Jenkins. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Here we go.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
It's complete. Trying to bust out that losing funk, and these fans have to like this area. This is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Back to throw again. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether start thinking about going to his backup.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Here's Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Again, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Here we go. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. The lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Here we go. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They will throw on first down with Burrow, escaping the pressure right. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And now here's another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as